Hello and welcome to a weekly reading vlog. There's no theme to this reading vlog. It's just me reading this week and doing some Halloween stuff like usual. Of course I'm going to talk about my pumpkin wall. I've added more stuff to my pumpkin wall. I'm working on a DIY with it. It's coming along quite nicely. Excellently, I guess. I don't know. It's not excellently. I'm the Simpson expert. It's excellent. Okay. But I thought I would start vlogging. It's Sunday. I just filmed 2 videos for the week. So yeah, stay tuned. There's going to be a bonus video. It's already out. It's already out. What am I telling you this for? Anyways, I started Mary last night. And boy, oh boy, do I love this. I love it so much already. I'm only 90 pages in, and I'm reading it with Kim, Carol from Carol Marie Reads, and some other people. I think Katie's over there. It's over on Kim's Discord she made for this, and it has been really fun kind of popping in to the Discord for some of this. So the author's note in this is fantastic. This is one of the best author's notes I've ever read. He talked about his inspiration, which was Carrie. Like, yes, and how scared he was of the movie cover in the video store of Carrie, and it really brought back my Ghoulies memory of that video cover. Oh my gosh, which doesn't even happen in the movie. You guys, that part does not even happen in the movie, and it scared the crap out of me, like, really bad, like, bad experience as a kid. And yeah, so I love it. I really honestly don't know where it's going to go. I thought at the beginning of this, I thought it was going to go somewhere else. So the opening of this, before we meet Mary, I guess, is very creepy. It's almost like a detective, like an end of a detective serial killer movie. And then we meet young Mary, I guess. And then we are to present 2019 Mary. And she's got some issues, lots of isolation issues, and she has to go back to Arizona to take care of her aunt, and ends up working in this house where the crime took place at the very beginning, and she's just experiencing some bad stuff happening visually, and she's just having some bad thoughts, you know. I'm loving it so much. And also, fun fact I learned on the Discord, because I was making fun of Mary's name, which is awful, right? Because that's like the whole point of this book, like, don't make fun of people. But her last name is Mudgett, and I was like, Mary Mudgett. Oh no, her name is Mary Mudgett. That's so sad. And somebody was like, that's H.H. Holmes' like real name, and I was like, okay, I love it. So there's probably like a million different Easter eggs to a million other things in this that I've already picked up on some things, but yeah, it's a lot. It's great. I love it. I love it so much. So I'm kind of like savoring it, because I'm reading it physically, and I was reading it very slowly, like that's a great line. There's also lots of quotes from The Awakening by Kate Chopin, that classic, and I love that book, and I haven't read it in like 10 years. I remember reading it freaked me out, and I really want to reread it now after hearing the quotes. Oh, and at the beginning of each part, there's a quote from the detective, like, that worked the serial killer case back in the day, and it's like, oh, it freaking reminds me of Dune, because Dune does that, not on like a true crime level, and like a fantasy sci-fi level. Anyways, I was nerding out. I was like, this is like Dune. Ignore me. But as an audiobook, I want to read Autonomy by Dana Schwartz. This is a romance novel. Who am I with the romance? I just talked about The Ex-Hex by Erin Starling on my recent reads, and I think people are going to be like, okay, why are you reading another romance book right now? I'm intrigued by this romance book, though. First of all, the cover is amazing for this book. And also, It's a gothic romance book, so I'm very intrigued with this. It's about a woman trying to be a doctor in the late 1800s, and the doctor's like, I don't know, you're a woman. I only came from a woman. I don't know if you can be a doctor. I don't know if that's like gonna work out. But she makes a deal with him. If she can pass like this super hard test, she'll become a doctor. But the thing is that it's really difficult to study for this particular test because you need live cadavers. Or not live cadavers, you need cadaver. Live cadavers? Return of the Night of the Living Dead, I don't know. And she's like, how am I gonna get this? And then she meets up with a guy who has some issues. It's very like, what is it, Burke and something story to me so far, just from reading the synopsis. So I'm very intrigued, and it's a short little listen. I think it's a little over 300 pages. So I'm very excited to listen to this, and I'm borrowing this from Libby. So I will be listening to this while doing some adult things, not going to Spirit. Not yet. I'm thinking about it. I have a coupon I really want to use. But no, I'm going to finish a DIY and do like grown-up things while listening to Autonomy, and then I will check in later. Okay, so it is the next day and I finished Mary. I just finished Mary in the last like 30 minutes or so. I already posted about it on Instagram because it was a part of my prompt today, and I was just going to do it as like a recent read if I didn't finish it anyways. Ooh, I love this book so much. I really didn't expect this to go where it went, and where it went, I was like all about it. I didn't realize this is compared to American Psycho. Well, duh. Yeah, I did know that. And Midsummer. So there is something weird happening in this town. So this story is definitely a bigger story than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like a really psychological story, which it is, about like a midlife crisis situation, I guess. But it's so much more than that, and it was fantastic. This is really gruesome as well. Like, I don't want to say bloodbath because of the bathtub, but it's pretty gory and it's fantastic. It's pretty gross. I'm into it. And yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this book. I can't form any cohesive thoughts. Yeah, I guess it was fun. If you like horror movies in general, there's some horror movies referenced in this, and it's funny because Mary doesn't really know movies or like pop culture stuff. She just hints at it. She's like, oh, that's like that movie with the boy with the scissors on his hands, you know, like it's like done like that, and you're like, that's funny. There's a Fight Club reference in this that had me cackling. There's some really great imagery in this. I guess the climax had some really great imagery. It was very cinematic. You can tell Nick Cassidy loves horror movies. And yeah, I just feel seen as a horror girly, and absolutely loved it. I hope I think about Mary when I am menopausal and experiencing it, because I'm going to embrace it. I'm going to embrace it. But yeah, I said that in my review on Instagram too. I was like, this is such a great character, and we don't get a lot of menopausal characters. I can't tell you off the top of my hand that I've read about a middle-aged woman, like a book about a middle-aged woman. You don't really see that. And yeah, I loved it. It was 5 stars, and I will be talking about it a lot on my channel, so be prepared. Also, just go and read it so we can talk about it. That would be really cool. So I did go out and do a little bit of Halloween hunting today. Target's very slowly putting out stuff, but I didn't see anything that really like needed to come home with me, other than this. This is a placemat, but I think it's gonna go on the pumpkin wall because it's just so fun. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, I know this is a placemat, but whatever, I'm just gonna stick it on the wall and we'll see how it goes. And I'm still working on my DIY pumpkin thing. Hopefully I'll be able to show that tomorrow before I go to work. We shall see. And then I finished listening to Autonomy by Dana Schultz. Wow. And this is a YA. I didn't know this was a YA going into it, but I liked it. I liked it more than the X-Hex, even though that wasn't YA, but for romance stuff in it, I did like it because that wasn't even like the real main story, I guess. I mean, it was and it wasn't. It was just kind of like being a chick in 1800 Scotland was tough. Well, being a chick like anytime is tough, and especially if you want to be a doctor. So yeah, I really like this. It's got pretty gross too. I was never bored. I like the imagery. I like the gothic tones in it, and I think I'm leaning towards like a 3-star for it. Nothing that blew me away, but I did enjoy myself while listening to it. I don't know which book I'm going to pick up physically. I might do like an ebook. I am reading Autumn Crow. That's the book. By Chandler. I forget who this is by. I started this like last week when I was doing my novellas, and I thought this was going to be one of the novellas. It didn't turn out to be, but yeah, I might pick this up because I don't know which physical book I'm going to pick up yet, but I do want to listen to The Awakening by Kate Chopin. I read this years ago, and Mary, quite contrary, extraordinary, makes me want to reread it because every part of this book quotes that book. So it's free to listen to on Libby right now, and it's only 5 hours. It's very short, so I'll probably listen to that. But yeah, I'm going to go eat dinner now and hopefully get some reading done, crafting done. We shall see. Okay, so I'm in a tiny office with some fluorescent lighting because I'm at work right now. The event has not started yet, but I picked up a shift, and I didn't check in yesterday because honestly, like, I didn't read a bunch. I wasn't feeling too well. I had a cough. It's not the C word. I did take a test, and I was running a low-grade fever. I think I just like got something. I don't know. But I ended up finishing The Awakening by Kate Chopin, and oh my gosh, I loved this. It is like a classic book, I guess. It was published in 1899, but I really enjoyed it. The ending though is so sad. I teared up a little at the ending, but it's freaking beautiful. It's still like written really beautifully, and I know Nick Cassidy chose to pick some quotes to be put in certain parts of Mary. It just kind of clicked a little bit more for me, but I really enjoyed it. I don't know if I talked about what this book even was. This is the first feminist book published in America, and it's about a Southern woman who is just trying to do things like her husband would normally do or whatever, but of course it's like, you're a woman and you can't do that, and then she ends up, oh gosh, it's very short, so I like shouldn't even talk about what actually really happens in it, because it's so depressing. It's like, what the heck? But you can interpret it this different ways. Like, I was talking about it with Alex. He interpreted it one way, which is how I interpreted it. So, but one of his professor friends is actually like, thinks something else happened at the end, which I thought was really interesting. And I would really like to think that happens at the end of this. But yeah, I love endings like that, especially with classics. Like Turn of the Screw is one of my favorite horror novellas, classic novella, and it does the same thing. But this one's a little bit more difficult to interpret, I guess. And I know, I think Kate Chopin influenced like Virginia Woolf stuff too. So yeah, without giving too much away with that. Anyways, I don't know what I'm reading next. I don't know. I'm catching up on booktube, and like, so of course I'm like seeing all these recommendations and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to read that, I need to read that. So yeah, we'll see what I pick up next. It is Wednesday right now. I'm also working all day tomorrow. So we'll see if I'll be able to check in. I might be able to check in at the spot I'm going to be at tomorrow, but we shall see, and I will check in later. Okay, so this lighting's probably terrible. I'm coming to you from America's many parking lots next to a busy road, but I did manage to read 2 books. I didn't check in yesterday because I worked like 12 hours, and I'm not feeling super hot. I feel better today than I have the past couple of days, but yeah, I still managed to finish 2 books that I listened to, and I really surprised myself actually, because I finished Stinelingers by R.L. Stine. This is a spooky short story collection that is new, middle grade of course, and I had so much fun listening to this one. There's some favorites in this for sure. I like The Boy Who Heard the Screams. There's a bug one, the bugs, that was hilarious. There's so many good ones. I was cracking up listening to this, and each story is told or it has a different narrator, so I was like, I love that, that's so great. And they're really well acted and well narrated, and each story also has a little introduction from R.L. Stine, and I loved that, and I'm giving it 5 stars because it was so much fun. It was amazing. Highly suggest. And I started and finished A Dowry of Blood by S.T. Gibson this morning. I listened to this on Scribd, and boy oh boy, what great writing is this book. This book is written so well. I was really blown away. I couldn't stop listening to it. It was so great. It was so great. The main character in this, I was hooked. I was hooked. So this opens up with a woman telling this guy, I guess her old lover, why she killed him, and like her experience being in a kind of an abusive relationship with him for hundreds of years. It's a vampire book, of course. This is the start of Fang Gang Readathon, which is hosted, or it's Fall Fang Gang Readathon, hosted by Jack from Jack and the Book Stacks, and I just loved this book so much, and I've been saving it for this readathon, so I'm so happy I did and listened to it very quickly. I think this was like a 2-hour audiobook for me, and I absolutely loved it. The narration was great, the writing was freaking gorgeous, and there's a lot of spicy scenes in this, but it was written so beautifully. I was just like in it. I was like, yeah, I'm into this so much. I love this story of, you know, hundreds and hundreds of years of being gaslit, and you know what, you just can't take it that long, you know, like, and there was some abuse, yeah, that started to happen, and she was just over it, you know, like, you just get over it after that long, I guess, of being a vampire. And this gave me Interview with the Vampire vibes, definitely, like, Louis and Claudia's, like, take on their relationship with Lestat. I really found myself thinking about those relationships while listening to this book. And also, there's a little what is it, Easter egg to Dracula in this. I thought it was hilarious. I was cracking up. I was like, oh, that is so smart and hilarious. I love it. And then there's probably a million more Easter eggs to all the history stuff that I just went over my head. But yeah, absolutely loved it. Gorgeous writing. Fantastic. 5 stars. 2 5-star reads
I'm here. I'm wide awake. It's morning. And I also found some Halloween stuff at Walmart, and I'm very excited because I found the stuff I was looking for. First of all, I found this metal outside cat dealie Spike. They have a pumpkin one too that's really cute, but I really wanted the cat one because I don't really need any more pumpkin stuff, because I still have to show you guys I got more pumpkin stuff. Well, I got like one more pumpkin thing from Target the other day after work, but I absolutely love this. I thought it was really cute. Of course, to add to my collection, a third baby doll head, and this was 4 doll hairs. They had a bag of baby doll heads for $7 with 3, and I was really tempted to get the 3, but they were all the same size and like the same design, and they didn't look as detailed as this one, and this one's different from my other baby doll head. So hopefully every year I can get like a different size and a different color. But yeah, I'm very excited to add this baby doll head to my collection. Yeah. And then the prize from Walmart today is this cat. I absolutely love this cat. How fun. It reminds me of like a circus kitty. I don't know why. But it's definitely like a vintage Halloween vibe. I didn't see the pumpkin there though. I would have gotten the pumpkin too, but I think the cat is going to be very loved, and yeah, I'm so happy to find him. I think the teeth are really weird, but I love it. It reminds me of Johanna Parker, and this guy was $9, so not too bad for the size. And yeah, I'm just so excited to find it. I also started Daphne, but I haven't made it too far into this. I picked this one back up yesterday at work. I'm on my way to work right now, so hopefully I can read some more of Daphne tonight. And I think this is going to be the last book that I finish for this vlog, because tomorrow's Alex's birthday. And yeah, I just don't know how much reading I'm really going to be getting done, because we're going to be like going out and like doing stuff. He wants to do putt-putt. Well, I want to do putt-putt, but he's like, that sounds like fun for my birthday. So yeah, we'll check in later, I guess.
Okay, so it has been a full day since I last checked in, and I thought I would just share the things I got at Target the other day, because I don't think I talked about it. It's only 2 things. I got this skull with some flowers. It's like dark gothic flowers. I thought this was really pretty for like winter, I don't know, everyday decor, and also to take pictures. And I need more skulls in my life. I don't have a ton. I have a lot of pumpkin stuff right now. And then I found this really cute pumpkin wreath. Isn't it so cute? These were both $5. This is part of the Hide and Eek collection, and the skull flowers was in the, oops, bullseye spot. Anyways, I thought this was really cute. I like all the different pumpkins in here. I like this evil one. I like this one, and this one, and this one. I like them all. So this is the last addition on my pumpkin wall, which you guys saw in my little my Dollar Tree DIY on there. It didn't quite turn out like I wanted it, and I wanted something similar to take pictures with, so I ended up just ordering something from Amazon because yeah, I just want it. Anyways, I did finish Daphne this morning, and I will say it did creep me out. There's some parts in it that creeped me out, but overall it was very slow. It was like a lot. It was very long for some reason for me, but it wasn't long at all. It was just like a lot. Anyways, I'm trying to think what I even want to give. I'm feeling like meh about it. Like there's some parts of it that I liked and other parts that I was just like, okay, get on with it. Let's go. So I'm thinking of three stars for it. But yeah, I was just like, is it over with? I did read half the author's note, and Josh Malerman loves basketball. So he holds like basketball in his heart. It's a very special place for him. So a lot of this makes more sense because it's very basketball heavy. And then, yeah, the ending. The ending was okay. There's a bit of a twist in it that I didn't see coming. But yeah, I like the mystery aspect of this. Like, there's a detective point of view that I liked because she was like an outsider, not an outsider, but she's new to the town and she was just trying to like figure this out. Because people had kind of like Derry-esque vibes in this town of Samhain, and like they know Daphne exists, but they don't remember, like it'll be like 5 seconds and they don't remember it. Kind of like horns too, like if they turn away, they like forget about it. So there's another detective who's like telling the new person like, hey, here's the stuff on Daphne, but like honestly you have to figure it out because I've been here my whole life and I can't for the life of me like remember anything when it comes to that. And I thought that aspect was really interesting. It reminded me of this situation, like when the kids left the town, they totally forgot, or people just ignore stuff. I liked that aspect of it a lot, and the collective trauma of a small town kind of going through tragedies. And yeah, I liked it, but I feel like the basketball stuff was a lot. If you like basketball, you'll probably love this book. You'll love it so much. But yeah, I'm glad I read it. But yeah, if you like basketball, you're gonna get more out of it than I did. Especially if you, maybe even any sport, because there was like a real camaraderie with girls in this. Yeah, I don't know. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel right because of all the basketball for me. Anyways, so 3 stars. So I'm ending this vlog here. Stay tuned for next week's vlog. It's going to be really fun. Hopefully. I might actually make it to Spirit. I didn't make it to Spirit this week. I got really busy yesterday with Alex's birthday. We went and played putt-putt and did arcade stuff, and then we went and did grown-up arcade stuff at a casino. And what else did we do? Oh geez, yeah, we got sushi. He played video games, and yeah, it was a blast. It was so much fun. I had way too much fun. I'm so tired. But anyways, that is it. Let me know if you are going to check out any of these books. Highly recommend Mary. Please read Mary. Everybody read Mary. I think everybody should read Mary in high school, like Carrie. Carrie and Mary. Read them both. But yeah, you guys have a great week, and bye.